If I should have a daughter, instead of Mom, she's gonna call me Point B. Because that way she knows that no matter what happens, at least she can always find her way back to me. And I'm gonna paint the solar systems on the backs of her hand so that she has to learn the entire universe before she can say, oh, I know that like the back of my hand. And she's gonna learn that life will hit you hard, in the face, wait for you to get back up just so I can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind knocked out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how much they like the taste of air. There is hurt here that cannot be healed by band-aids or poetry. So the first time she realizes that Wonder Woman isn't coming, I'll make sure she knows that she doesn't have to wear the cape all by herself. Because no matter how wide you stretch your fingers, your hands will always be too small to catch all the pain you want to heal. Believe me, I've tried. And baby, I'll tell her, don't stick your nose up in the air like that. I know that trick. I've done it a million times. You're just smelling for smoke to see if you can follow a trail back to a burning house, to see if you can find the boy who lost everything in the fire and see if you can save him. Or else find the boy who lit the fire in the first place to see if you can change him. But I know she will anyway, so instead I'll always keep an extra supply of chocolate and rain boots nearby because there is no heartbreak that chocolate can't fix. Okay, so there's a few heartbreaks that chocolate can't fix, but that's what the rain boots are for, because rain will wash away everything if you just let it. I want her to look at the world through the underside of a glass-bottom boat, to look at the galaxies that exist on the pinpoint of a human mind, because that's the way my mom taught me that there will be days like this. There will be days like this, my mama said. When you reach out to catch and you wind up with only blisters and bruises. When you step out of a phone booth and you're trying to fly and the very people you're trying to save are the ones standing on your cape. When you're up to your knees in disappointment and your boots fill up with rain. And those are the very days that you have all the more reason to say, thank you. Because there's nothing more beautiful than the way the ocean refuses to stop kissing the shoreline no matter how many times it's swept away. She'll put the wind in win some, lose some. She'll put the star in starting over and over. And no matter how many landmines erupt in a minute, make sure your mind lands on the beauty of this funny place called life. And yes, on a scale from 1 to over-trusting, I'm pretty darn naive. But I want her to know that the world is made out of sugar. It can crumble so easily, but don't be afraid to stick your tongue out and taste it. Baby, I'll tell her. Remember, your mama is a worrier, and your papa is a warrior, and you're the girl with the small hands and the big eyes who never stops asking for more. Remember that good things come in threes, and so do bad things, and always apologize when you've done something wrong, but don't ever apologize for the way your eyes refuse to stop shining. Your voice is small, but don't ever stop singing. And when they finally hand you heartache, when they slip war and hatred under your door and offer you handouts on street corners of cynicism and defeat, you tell them that they really ought to meet your mother.
Very nice. Very nicely done. Very nicely done, Vimbo. Now, who is that written by?
Written by Sarah Kay.
Sarah Kay. Very nice. Now, judges, any reaction here as we get started? You were looking for unique, beautiful, entertaining. Give us your reaction.
Well, I think, Vimbo, you just captured life in its essence. I mean, the beauty, the tragedy, all in one. And just thank you for sharing that and being vulnerable with us. That was pretty, it was entertaining, it was original.
Thank you very much, Vimbo. Another round of applause for Vimbo.